I highly recommend not skipping this exercise during your planning week. It'll be one of the things that helps set you apart from all the other bakers in your area because you will be clear on exactly what you stand for, what you prioritize, what you say yes and no to. Welcome to the Breadwinner Podcast. This is the show for sourdough microbakery owners who are building a sustainable, successful, profitable business from their home. If you are already in business or if you're dreaming of starting one, this is the place for you. I'm your host, Caroline Bauer. I own a successful in-home sourdough bakery, and I'm here to share everything I've learned that works and that doesn't, plus everything that I'm researching along the way so we can build thriving businesses together. Hello, and welcome back to the Breadwinner Podcast. I'm your host, Caroline Bauer, and I am gearing up for what I expect to be the best season yet in my sourdough microbakery. I will have been in business over a year with a whole year worth of seasons under my belt, and I am excited and optimistic. But the best season yet does not happen without a good, solid plan. So what I'm doing this week is taking a break from baking and spending the week planning. So in this episode, we're going to talk all about my strategy for a successful planning week, which is going to lay the foundation for a very successful fall and winter season in my bakery. Before we get started, just a quick reminder that there's still a little bit of time to apply for a coaching episode. This is a chance to receive free coaching on an episode of the Breadwinner Podcast. If you're feeling stuck, if you've been facing a challenge, if you're not sure how to get to the next level of your business, this is a really great opportunity for you. It's an opportunity that only comes around a few times a year, so don't miss out. The link is down in the show notes to apply. It's free. It's a coaching episode where we will coach you through your struggle, and other bakers will get to listen in and learn alongside you. I'm really excited about these. Don't miss your chance to apply, and don't let fear or nerves hold you back. All right, and now into today's episode. So with the shift in seasons, setting aside a planning week can really be a game changer. Whether you're feeling like you've got it all under control or maybe you're just a little frazzled coming off the summer, planning week can be like hitting the refresh button on your business. It can give you much needed time to think, to dream, to plan out the next steps, and to rest. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a notebook, get ready to take some notes, and let's get started. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why a planning week is crucial. So we all know that running a microbakery that lasts is not just about baking bread and selling it. It really is about making decisions to run an effective, efficient, intentional business. So taking a week to step back, to assess, plan, and rest gives you clarity and direction and sets you up to enter the next season feeling clear, focused, and confident. And once you've experienced a well-organized planning week, you're probably going to want to build this into the rhythm of your business every season. I was inspired to do this episode because this is exactly what I'm doing this week. My kids are back in school. I am taking a week off of receiving orders in order to invest in my business and lay the foundation for a really solid fall and winter season. The very first step to kick off planning week is to send out a survey to your customers. So begin by hearing from them, and that's going to set you up for a much more effective planning week. So I personally did this yesterday. I used a free Google form and I sent the link out to my customers in the text that they receive every Sunday. So normally that text says, hello, the menu's open, click here to place your order. Yesterday, the text said, no bread orders this week, but I really would love to hear from you. Click here to fill out the survey. And then I am offering a giveaway as an incentive. So I said, I'll be choosing 5 of you to receive a free loaf of bread of your choice for filling out the survey. I'll also share it a couple of times on social media. If you're anything like me, you might see survey links from other businesses and scroll right past them the first couple times, and then you'll click on it when you actually have time. So make sure you're sharing it a few times if you want to get the maximum number of responses. I've been super pleased. I have about 40 responses already and tons of valuable information to help build the next seasons of my business. So my form asks them about their current favorites on my menu, what they want to see more of on my menu, any specific flavor requests. And then I ask them about their priorities. This is something I've been really wondering about. So having the data to back it up is really important. I ask them things like, what do you value when you're buying food for your family? Do you look for all organic? Do you look for organic when it makes sense in the budget? Do you care more about value and organic's not important? Do you care more about flavor and organic's not important? Or is there some other category that you fall into that I haven't named? And so that specific question is going to be really helpful. I've been wanting to move more into organic, freshly ground grains. And the data shows that if I add in a little bit of that to the menu, there's enough demand to support a small amount of that, but probably not my full menu. Other questions that you can ask could be things like your ordering process. Do they like the day that they're picking up on? Do they like the time frame? Do they need any changes there? And then you can also include a spot just for general feedback. So I included a spot and said, use this space to give me a review, to give me praise, to share opportunities or feedback. And it's overwhelmingly positive feedback. Honestly, a huge side benefit of sending a survey like this is just the confidence booster. You're going to get so much positive, kind feedback, so many thoughtful words that really will probably give you an infusion of energy and excitement into your business. So for that reason alone, I highly recommend reaching out to your customers with a survey. If you already have a list, whether on Hotplate or the Simply Bread app or another platform, send your message via that list. If not, just push it out on social media a few times. If you're a little unsure on what questions to add to your survey, there's a link in the show notes to grab a copy of my survey. I just made a copy of the exact one that I sent out. I took out just my personal bakery information, and you can use that and copy it and then add your own magic, add whatever questions you might want to add in your personal information, and take that and run with it. Don't get stuck. Just take action and you will be so glad you did. All right, once that survey's out in the world doing its thing, the next step is to get a little introspective and reflective. Grab a journal, maybe go to your favorite coffee shop, and you're going to spend some time reflecting on your mission, vision, and values for your business. So just check in, see if you're still aligned with where you're heading. Do your mission, vision, and values need a little tweaking? Do you feel like you are making decisions that line up with what you say your business is all about? So this is your chance to make sure that your business is still on track with the path that you envisioned. And if it's not, are you heading in a new direction that you feel wonderful about? Or do you need to course correct a little bit? If you don't already have a mission, vision, and value statement, take some time to articulate it. This is a really good opportunity right here in your planning week, especially with that feedback from your customers, to craft a clear, brief statement about what your business says yes and no to, what you stand for, what you're proud of, what you're all about. If you're stuck on this, you can Google how to create a mission, vision, value statement, or just use ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT to get me unstuck. So I would say something like, please help me write a mission statement for my business. Ask me 10 questions to get the information that you need to help me craft a clear, compelling mission statement. And so ChatGPT will ask you 10 questions and you'll fill that all out, and then it will give you a draft of your mission statement. You don't copy and paste this because that's the robot one, but you're going to add your own voice to their draft, and that's going to get you unstuck and moving forward. You can do that exact same thing with your vision and your values. I highly recommend not skipping this exercise during your planning week. It'll be one of the things that helps set you apart from all the other bakers in your area, because you will be clear on exactly what you stand for, what you prioritize, what you say yes and no to. And the successful businesses that stick around have a very clear idea of who they are, what they stand for, and how to move forward. Once that's done, the next step is to review what's been working at one and what hasn't. So stay in the coffee shop, keep that notebook open, and spend a little more time journaling. So you're going to just take a look at your business and ask yourself what has worked really well in the past year, 6 months, 3 months. What do you want to repeat? What are your customers positive about? Maybe you introduced a new product that was a hit. Maybe you tried a new market that went really well. Or maybe you tried something that didn't really resonate with your customers. Not a lot of sales, just not a lot of feedback. Maybe you took on more than you had the capacity for and you're on the edge of burnout. Maybe you could have grown more if you would have marketed more consistently. Be honest with yourself here, but give yourself plenty of grace. Know that you are doing a really great job. This is just an opportunity to evaluate and see what to repeat and what to not repeat. It's all about refining your approach to make sure you're focusing your energy on the things that bring you the most joy and the best results. That's what's going to give you your business that sustainability so it will keep growing with you season after season. All right, while we're planning, after you've done that reflection, it's a good opportunity to take a little look ahead at the holiday season. Now, we're recording this episode at the end of August, so we are just beginning to feel this shift in the season, a little bit of hints of fall here and there. Depending on when you're listening to this, take a look ahead at what's coming. For us, we're looking specifically at the holiday season, paying attention to what's on the radar, what our capacity is going to look like. Start thinking about how many markets you might want to or feel comfortable joining, whether you want to add holiday specials to your menu, anything like that. You don't need to set up a huge solid plan for this just yet, but put it on your radar and start thinking about holiday. We're going to dive much deeper into Q4 planning in an upcoming episode. But for now, just hold it at the back of your mind. Start thinking about markets you might want to apply for, special items you might want to introduce, and how much you comfortably feel like you can actually manage. The holiday season can be really successful. For most retail industries, it is the biggest time of year, but it can be super overwhelming. So we want to make sure that you're setting yourself up to be super successful and maximize your opportunities, what you feel comfortable taking without burning yourself out. All right, moving on. Step 6 of planning week is recipe testing and menu planning. So during planning week, we are not taking on orders. However, we are still baking for 2 different purposes. The first is to bake a small quantity of all of your staple items. These are the items that you always have on the menu. The reason being is that you're going to bake these under low pressure. Just bake a beautiful reflection of your menu staples to take marketing photos of. If you're anything like me, you don't always have a photo of every product because you bake it, you send it out for the orders, and you forget that you should have taken a picture. So this is an opportunity to intentionally bake so that you can take a beautiful marketing photo of your staple products. Second, and one of the most fun parts of planning week is recipe testing. So go to the feedback on your survey or pull out your recipes that you've been saving for a while and have fun in the kitchen. Get creative. This is an opportunity to try seasonal flavors or to try combinations that you haven't had the time to explore yet, and just have fun. Reconnect with the joy of creating in the kitchen. I'll be trying some fun seasonal flavors, maybe some sweet rolls. My customers surprisingly asked on the survey for more sweets. I expected more staples. So I'll be exploring things like muffins, cookies, pastries, and I'm really excited. So while you're baking without deadlines, take this opportunity to prop up your phone and take some B-roll video content. This is the kind of content that you see in lots of people's reels, just showing you going throughout your day. So whether you have a tripod or not, it doesn't matter. Just prop your phone up against something, lean it against your coffee cup, and just let it record you while you're baking, whether you're mixing your ingredients, weighing things, shaping your dough, pulling it out of the oven. Just take little snippets throughout your day. Don't worry about making it perfect. Do make sure you show your face and show your process to bring people into it. You're not going to use these clips now, but they're just going to hang out on your phone because they are going to be super valuable to use for the entire season. You can keep recycling little clips from that B-roll over and over in different ways as you share your process, as you connect with your customers, as you introduce new flavors. If you're not sure about how to create an easy reel, go back a couple of episodes to episode 10 and listen to my super simple strategy for using the templates within Instagram to create really simple B-roll reels. And while you're recipe testing, snap some photos as well. Again, like I said, make sure you get your face in some photos. Your customers really want to see your face. And if you're growing a larger social media account, you'll find that the reels that show your face are much more likely to do better than just the reels showing your process. You can make some of each, but people really will connect with the ones that actually show you. Step 7. After you've done all that recipe testing and baking your staples, you're probably going to have more baked goods in your kitchen than you want to eat. You can freeze it, of course, but if you want to share it, this is a great opportunity to offer a quick flash sale or a giveaway or a taste testing opportunity. So reach out on your socials, say, I've been recipe testing for the fall. I have some really fun new flavors. First 5 people to show up can test and give me feedback on the new items or something like that. So this not only drums up excitement for the upcoming season, but it also gives you a chance to hear the feedback firsthand from your customers and see what they really think about the products that you're considering adding to the upcoming menu. All right, planning week is winding down. The final step of your planning week is to communicate with your customers. So draw the winner of your giveaway if you're giving away something as a thank you for filling out the survey. Maybe tease a new menu item and share anything else that you feel is important. One way that I'll be communicating with them is with a physical menu that I'll hand out at pickup. Last season, I tried this for the first time, and it was super effective. It was inspired by Sarah Does Sourdough. She hands out a little piece of paper to her customers each month, and I loved the results. It gives people something to put on their fridge, so you're top of mind. So this season, I'll be creating a monthly graphic with my staples with the specials of each week. And then it'll have a QR code to my ordering form as well as the number to text if they have questions and my address. So this makes it easier for customers to plan in advance. If they know that they love a flavor and they're waiting for it, they're going to know which week to look for, or maybe they'll get really excited about seeing something on the menu and be ready and on the lookout for that order to open. I just designed this in Canva. It's a very simple little rectangular graphic, and then print it on the home printer forward to a page on cardstock, and then cut it out and put one in each bag. Since it's cardstock, it's less flimsy, so it won't get bent and messed up in the bag, and so they can bring it home and just put it on their fridge and remember you week after week. If you want to see an example of this, you can go over to my bakery page, which is Bluebird Bread Co. on Instagram, and see my summer menu. Soon at the end of this week, I'll be sharing my September menu, so you'll see a photo of that pinned to the top of my page as well. All right, so there you have it, a step-by-step guide to using a planning week to set you up for success for the upcoming season in your microbakery. So remember, this isn't just about getting organized. It's really about setting yourself up with a firm foundation for the upcoming season, paying attention to your values of your business, staying aligned, and knowing what your capacity is as the seasons change. Your customers will see that you're valuing their feedback, and they'll be more engaged and more excited about being a part of your business when they feel like they have a voice in making change or in steering the direction of the products you're adding. I'm so proud of you for taking the time to set yourself up for success and making sure that you're running the business and not letting your business run you. We are all about creating a business that lasts here at the Breadwinner Podcast. Thank you so much for taking some time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, if you're doing your own planning week, I would love to hear about it. So take a screenshot of this episode, tag me on Instagram. I am Caroline Bauer _sourdough. And I would love to see it. I love to reshare those podcast screenshots. If you haven't already, make sure you're following the show so you don't miss an episode. They're new every Monday and Thursday. So subscribing makes sure that you don't miss out when a new one drops. All right, I will be back soon with a new episode. Until then, happy baking.